Hey everyone, I'm Nicole, an OT, and together with Stephanie, the PT, we make up the Note Ninjas. We're a PT and OT duo teaching other therapists treatment ideas and documentation. We're also the founders of the Note Ninja membership. Today, I'm going to be showing you something that we actually did previously, but with cones, but this is more functional. So I like this activity because it's adding a lot of resistance. We're working on shoulder stability, but also it works the entire upper extremity. It's working the wrist, the hand. So if you really you have a patient that you need to be working on that upper extremity, the coordination, strength, range of motion, this activity is great. And it can be modified in any way by just adjusting the band. So you can have your patient start without the band. And I'm setting up 3 activities just to show you. So for the first activity, I'm going to have the patient just reach for a container and put a lid on. And you can just distance this wherever you want throughout a table. You can have them sitting or standing. But to make it really challenging, we're going to be adding the resistance band. So we tied this really tight, so you'll probably see me struggle a little bit. But this is the great part about this because it can be adjusted, and you could use a lighter resistance band and then gradually progress as the patient improves. So what you're going to have the patient do is put the arms through the loop, your hands, kind of at the wrist, so you're maintaining that neutral wrist. And then I'm going to have a hand reach over to grab the container, and then this hand is going to reach over on that side, grab the lid, and then you're going to give yourself a break, and you're just going to put the lid on. But then you're going to take the container and reach over to the other side and just place it over there, okay? So I'm just going to keep showing you as I'm reaching. So I'm really working all those muscles in the shoulder girdle, working on that stability, but also the wrist too. I'm doing a lot of movements that are requiring the wrist and the hand to all function together. So we're going to grab and then match, okay? You can also use different containers. So if you want to add a cognitive component, you could use different size containers and have them do kind of like a matching game. So it's like a 2-for-1. I love doing this with my patients who have memory impairments or dementia, because it kind of helps stimulate their brain a little bit better by also kind of seeking that strength with them. So it's a great activity all around. Okay, so we're just going to keep those over there. And the next one, all you need is, I'll just move these out of the way. So the next one, you just need a towel, okay? And you're going to do some towel slides. You're going to just wipe the table. So you can, if you're doing it bilaterally, if you're working on that bilateral coordination, you want to put the hands firmly on the towel. You want to create that resistance. So you want to really abduct the shoulders and then guide the towel forward and back. And oh man, I feel this because once again, we used a heavier resistance and we used it pretty tight. So I can feel it. You can also go side to side. That way I'm working all of those shoulder girdle muscles. You can go diagonally, just do one side, laterally, forward and back. So all different directions, once again, can be modified based on the resistance level. You can also tie this. So you can even use actually the same band, but just tie the knot further apart. That way you're getting least resistance. So if you don't have multiple resistance bands, that's just kind of a easy way to do it, is just kind of tie the knots in different directions. Okay, and the last one to make it another functional task is we just have a book. I love working on page turning with patients. It's great for fine motor as well. But if you add in that resistance, then you're working on that strengthening and the stability. So have them do 1 page at a time. And you could do, all right, you can instruct them to do 10 pages. That way they're getting those reps in. So it could be rep, and then you can do the other side too. And then make sure they're getting those reps in. So these are all great activities that you could do with your patients. They're a little bit more functional than maybe just reaching for cones. You probably have these objects either in the clinic or if you're working in a patient's home. So in all different settings, we could be doing these functional activities. So a lot of people think that, working on functional activities, we have to be doing the baking, we have to be doing the laundry. But these are things that we use every single day. People read books, people wipe their counters, people are using containers. So they're all functional. So these are all great tools to use and that you probably already have or your patient has in their house, and you don't need to go out and buy it. So all you just really need is the resistance band and a tabletop. So for more treatment ideas and documentation tips, make sure to follow us, the Note Ninjas.